afraid of the dark?
Okay. If I was
Sounded like a real question.
okay,
Are you afraid of the dark?
are you afraid of the dark? If I were to, and I like making lists. I like lists. Top
Lists.
3 favorite, not Nintendo, Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon, the other big N from the 90s for me. Okay. Top 3 Nickelodeon shows. 2 of them were live action. 1 of them was a cartoon. Number 1, my favorite show is Ren and Stimpy. And then just it's a toss-up day to day, week to week. Do I like Pete and Pete more than Are You Afraid of the Dark? I don't know.
Just imagine you on a daily basis asking yourself this question.
Yeah, it's when it comes up, it's like, damn, like, I don't know. The thing is, I torrented like the entire series of Are You Afraid of the Dark and Pete and Pete years ago. Quality isn't all that great because it's not in HD or anything, but it's acceptable. And I've had those for a long time. I never did that with Ren and Stimpy, and nowadays it's funny when you go to these illicit streaming sites, it's easier to watch cartoons than like live action shit. It's hilarious. It's hilarious to me. You could watch like any freaking cartoon since like the Flintstones and shit. Yeah. But it's like if you wanted to watch like
that is true,
I don't know,
yeah.
If you wanted to watch like anything like some like sitcom from
anything
the 80s,
older than 10 to 15 years live action, it just doesn't exist on the internet.
Yeah, it's just, I guess it's under better lock and key or whatever. Well, yeah, Are You Afraid of the Dark? I love that show. And it's getting a reboot, and it's going to premiere in October, and there's going to be 3 episodes, and it looks like maybe the first episode, the theme is going to have something to do with a carnival, which is very fitting because I believe one of the first episodes, if not the first episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark, was the one featuring Zebo the Clown. If anyone ever saw that one. The Tale of Laughing in the Dark. It's where these 3 kids, they go to a carnival, and one of them gets dared to go in there, and there's people say that the place is haunted, right? And right after they get through most of the fun house at this carnival, there's this room where they have to pick the right door to exit the place, and behind one of the doors there's like this big stuffed clown, like a clown mannequin doll. And if they open that door, it like comes out and it kind of laughs at them, and it's real creepy looking and all that shit. And he went in there, he went through it, but he had to have some kind of proof that he actually went in, because he could like just, because the entrance and the exit are like right next to each other, he could just lie that he went in there or something. So yeah, he went in there by himself. He opens the wrong door, the clown's there, fucking takes the nose off of the clown. Okay. Big mistake, right? So then he leaves, he comes out, he shows it to his friends. He's a big asshole. He's like bragging like, oh, I got the clown nose, I'll wear it for like a month or something. And then like one of them is like wearing it. And, whatever. It's like, oh, I lost a bet. And then one of them, I think it's like a younger sister of one of them, they read up on, there actually was a Zebo the Clown, and he worked at that same carnival decades and decades ago, like back during the Depression or the 20s or something, just long ass time ago. And he like robbed like the payroll of the carnival, right? He robbed them, and he was getting chased by the authorities on the grounds. He went into a similar type funhouse on the same grounds where the new one is currently, and he like burned alive in there. I guess this guy Zebo was like a chain smoker, dude, and like he dropped a cigar and just burned himself. And pretty much for the rest of the episode, it slowly appears that like this clown, he really wants his nose back. And the whole episode, you never see the clown, but you just see like where the the clown is like just around the corner, and he's smoking a cigar, and he's talking to himself. He's like underneath. He's behind a door, and it's an episode where you never really see the monster, but there's this ever presence of it being there, and it's
just
a
haunting
great,
the person. Yeah.
yes, it's a great episode. There's a trailer for it, a teaser trailer for the new episode, for the new series of Are You Afraid of the Dark? I don't know if it's gonna suck. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not. Like, I mean, if these 3 episodes do well, like, is there possibility of it getting like a full season bill? I would hope so. Like, that's a series I wouldn't mind seeing coming back if it's done right. Unfortunately, we've had a lot of series from the late 90s, 2000s come back recently that have just been bad. Powerpuff Girls got a reboot. That was just why.
You know what?
Teen Titans got turned into Teen Titans Go.
This is crazy. Just coincidentally, within the last couple days, I don't know, I was on Rotten Tomatoes. There's like a Teen Titans Go movie that has like a really high tomato score.
Was it Teen Titans Go to the movies?
I don't know. It's just some movie, Teen Titans Go movie, and it's like I heard the show was like really bad, but there was a movie with a good tomato score, so it was just like.
Well, it's bad if you watched the original Teen Titans series because it just completely disregards it and stuff like that. But I do know that they finally made good on their promise, because they made a promise that if the Teen Titans Go to the movies movie that they released does well, they'll bring back the original Teen Titans, and so they're making good on this promise, because I'm not sure if it's released or not, but I have seen things already about it, about Teen Titans versus Teen Titans Go, where it's the original Teen Titans and the Teen Titans Go Teen Titans in one movie or something together. I want to see, like, if that does well, are they going to bring back Teen Titans? Which probably not, unfortunately, because at the same time on DC's streaming service, DC Universe, they've already rejuvenated another Titans-esque series, which is Young Justice, which got canceled after 2 seasons on Cartoon Network. And that's already getting a 4th season on DC Universe, I believe.
You know, I checked out some Young Justice within the last 2 years, and it was at your behest, Zach. You said you ought to go see it, and I did. It
was really, really good.
I saw a good 15-20 episode.
Yeah, they did two seasons, and then they canceled it. And the reason why they canceled it is it pissed so many people off. It's because it was attracting too many female viewers, and
yeah, man,
and
yeah,
women,
I remember that story.
And girls don't buy toys.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, it had such.
We talked about this on the podcast with Mr. Gaming Guitarist.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, I remember that topic. That was some bullshit. That was
like
some serious
it
bullshit.
had
girls
strong,
buy
confident
action figures.
Yes, it had strong, confident female characters, really great characters overall, great plots and storylines and stuff like that. Everybody loved it, and there were a lot of women who loved it and girls who loved it, but girls don't buy toys, so they canceled it.
They're not going to buy superhero toys. That was it. Girls buy toys, but they were thinking like they're not going to buy superhero toys. That's what it came down to.
Dude, who
so
the
it's
fuck?
like, I mean, think about like the creative control of that show. How fucking like pissed they would have been. Like, it's like, oh, we got canceled because we're not selling enough toys, or they don't think we're gonna sell enough toys, or your show being on is based off of toy sales. Like,
to be fair, when it comes to cartoons and stuff like that, that is exactly what it is. It's based off toy sales.
I would think that back in the
a
80s,
lot
but
of
still today?
Still today, if your cartoon doesn't sell toys, most likely you're not making enough income. That's why the I heard the Green Lantern series was good. The CG-ish Green Lantern series. Gaming Guitarist talked about that, and the reason why that got canceled, toy sales. Like, that's seriously, like, this is for network television. Like, if you don't sell toys and you're on network television, you have a cartoon that takes place that's aired during like prime time and stuff like that. The reason why it's aired in that time period is so that kids can watch it and want toys and products related to that animation.
Yeah. Which is so shitty being like a writer, or if you're working on like the art for it, because it's not anything you can control. It's a totally different department, and you're just like, oh, guess what? Like, your work isn't, I don't know, now you're just canceled.
Meanwhile, Saban productions like Power Rangers, VR Troopers, that was like all about toys. And I gotta say, in retrospect, those shows were pretty fucking mind-numbing. Big Bad Beetleborgs. God.
I remember
like
Big
the
Bad Beetleborgs. That was a funny show. That was a funny show.
It was interesting. I don't think there was anything like it on at the time. It was very out there.
It was like
how about there was like a Ninja Turtle show with like the worst fucking Ninja Turtle costumes ever that have been on TV. Oh my god. I forgot whatever the fuck it was called. There was like a Saban Ninja Turtle show, and it was garbage, and there was like a female turtle, and she had boobs, and it was weird.
That's weird.
And it was weird.
That is weird.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, Are You Afraid of the Dark? Cool show. Is it going to be good? Hell if I know.
We'll find out in October.
Nope.
Though, apparently the teaser does hint at a creepier, scarier Are You Afraid of the Dark?
There were some creepy ass freaking Are You Afraid? There were some Are You Afraid of the Darks that were duds, but I would say the vast majority were good.
I will say this: I'm going to miss the fact that that big guy with the big that kind of looked like Hagrid is probably not going to be involved, because he was in like almost every episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Okay, Dr. Vink. Dr. Vink with a v.
The big guy looked like Hagrid. He had he had big hair. He had a big beard usually.
See, there were different storytellers on Are You Afraid of the Dark, and some of them they had recurring characters that they would incorporate into their stories. There was Mr. Sardo. He was like this guy, this shifty kind of con man dude who ran like magic shop, like antique types of shops, and he would like sell things to children, kind of like Hellraiser style.
Sell cursed objects.
Cursed objects, exactly. Yeah, and he would sell these things, and he didn't even know that they were cursed.
Yeah,
and
sure. Plausible deniability on that one.
No, but he actually didn't know. Like he was just stupid. He was an idiot. He was just
like,
strange
things. Strange things keep happening to people I sell stuff to. Maybe I should kind of look closer at what I sell people.
It was the 90s. Okay, we didn't care.
There was
it was a plot device. Yeah.
The only 2-part episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark? It was called the Tale of Cutter's Treasure, and it was told by, I think his name was Gary. Maybe he was like the main guy on Are You Afraid of the Dark. He wore glasses, and there was like another guy, kind of like a darker skinned guy, and each of them they would usually tell like a Dr. Vink and a Sardo one. Tale of Cutter's Treasure. Both of them were in the same episode. Vink and Sardo. Yeah, it was about like this old cursed pirate treasure, and it was like plot of that. The ghost of an old pirate came back to grab the descendants of somebody who was responsible for cursing him to like this fate that he had, and he needed the descendant of somebody to actually come and like kill his spirit to release him. And when the boys found out about that, they didn't do it. And now that I think about that episode, it was kind of
I don't think the Hagrid guy played the same character in every episode, because in one episode he was playing a chef in a kitchen, and
dude, yeah, the dangerous soup.
Yeah,
the tale of the dangerous soup, dude. That was so Dr. Vink though, man. Like, you know, maybe he, dude. Dr. Vink, I don't know what
the secret ingredient in the soup was
fear.
Was
liquid fear.
Liquid fear.
Everyone that worked at the restaurant, the first thing that you're a chef, so this is very fitting for you, right?
Yeah.
Or you're.
It's one of my favorite episodes too.
Whenever someone would work at this restaurant, I'm just gonna call him Vink, the head chef at the place. He would have anybody working there try a spoonful of their soup, right? Just to get a taste of it, right? And then everyone who would taste it was like, oh, I want more. But it's like, no, you only get one spoon. And everyone coming to buy the soup, it was like $100 a bowl. Okay, and this was like back in like 1992 or something, so that just makes it more. The thing is, when I hear $100 a bowl, it doesn't sound that crazy.
That sounds pretty crazy, even by nowadays standards.
I don't know. I'm just thinking like American Psycho, like yuppie shit. You know, I'm kind of thinking of that, where they could just pay more for that stuff. But gradually, people like just quit. People quit working at the restaurant without notice. People just kind of disappear, and it's not because they're dying. It's because the chef is putting people in a room. Probably maybe troublemakers. He finds troublemakers, puts them in the room, scares the shit out of them by there's like this gargoyle like totem that just elicits your deepest, darkest fear. And then
it's
there's
kind of
just
like a Bogart from Harry Potter, which Bogart's taken form of your worst fear. And to scare you.
And the main protagonist in this episode, he's a new guy. He tried some of the soup, and then he wanted some more, but he couldn't have any, and it was kind of I think maybe he kind of copped a bit more.
Yeah, that's why you put him in the room.
That's why he put him in the room.
Yeah.
And his worst fear was like his father who had died or something. And it's like, in there he saw his father like come out of a casket and come towards him, and somehow he like overcame his fear. It's kind of corny, like overcame his fear, but eventually by the end of the episode, that little fucking that statue, the gargoyle, it like escaped.
Yeah.
It like leaves, flies out of there like a bat out of hell, and then the restaurant closes. And then I'm still gonna call him Dr. Vink. Dr. Vink is like, that dude is like immortal, dude. I mean, that dude, he's shifty, man. He's got like all these different identities and things. You know what I mean? That dude, he's like a Highlander, dude. He's like one of those immortals, dude.
All right. So, Are You Afraid of the Dark coming back in October? Keep your fingers crossed that it's good, and maybe we'll have a review up by when it comes out. Keep an eye out for that on our website, nerdnationna2.com.
I don't have cable, so I'd have to see it up.
I'm sure we'll find ways to watch it. Anyway, Ash, you want to bring us on to the next topic?
Yeah, so if you've been following us, we've been talking a whole lot about Disney and their new Disney Plus. So we had some speculation that they would bundle all of their products since they've bought so many things over the past few months. So now it's confirmed. They do have a bundle with Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus for $12.99 a month starting November 12th. So it's official. And just for some comparison, it's a little bit cheaper than certain things, or a little bit about the same with some streaming services like Netflix, Amazon Prime. It's cheaper than the HBO Max, rumored to be at 16 or 17 a month. So yeah,
Yeah, but
I
that's
guess
gonna
it's
have
cool.
Friends now.
Well, okay, I have such a weird opinion about it. I wish people would let that show go. I'm not a fan. Like, sorry, unpopular
Yeah,
opinion.
it's but
Everyone's like, no offense.
it just needs to be like
Let it
it's
die.
yeah, it's done, it's over. But at the same time,
Yeah.
it's kind of like the equivalent of Seinfeld, you know?
Yeah, I could see that comparison, but I feel like also people who like Seinfeld, like they love the memory, they love the jokes, and they'll like tell each other in passing, but they're not sitting there streaming Seinfeld. I don't know. It's just weird to me. It's weird.
And Friends, I mean, it doesn't like Friends is a decent series. I've seen it and all that, but I'm not obsessed with it.
Yeah,
I'm
I
more
don't
likely
get
to quote
passion.
Seinfeld than I am to quote Friends.
Totally. Totally. I just don't get it. Like it's quirky relationships. Like I don't know. I just don't get it. But
It's like it's basically How I Met Your Mother.
How I Met
The
Your
last
Mother
generations of How I
was
Met Your
so
Mother.
much better. Like I feel like maybe it's just the updated humor. Maybe that's what I don't get.
Probably.
I don't know.
Wait,
But
my
I
three-
thought that was
I gotta say, my three favorite sitcoms are Married with Children,
yeah.
No.
Martin.
No?
I love Married with Children, Martin, but Seinfeld is up there too.
If we're going that far back, I'd pick Roseanne over Married with Children.
I wasn't much of a fan. Like I saw I'm like maybe again another unpopular opinion, but
I saw the first episode of Roseanne streamed maybe back in like 2010 or 2011 when it was on Netflix, and I just that showed. It's funny because Roseanne and Married with Children, they're both about like kind of like blue collar families. You know, they're poor, but they're a family. But I don't know. It's something about I didn't like. Maybe there was more realism on Roseanne, which just kind of made it sad to watch. Like but dude,
you're like this mirrors my life.
Actually,
but
if I were to choose one, I'd probably actually pick Home Improvement over Roseanne.
Yeah, that was a good one, but I don't know.
I
Roseanne's probably my least favorite.
I loved the trashiness in Married with Children.
That's just like I didn't really care for it. It's.
I think because it was so out there that it was like maybe almost unfathomably trashy that like a family would function, quote unquote, that way. That it was like, oh man, this is just a great train wreck to watch, and it was great.
Well, if we're talking train wreck families, how about Malcolm in the Middle?
I was just gonna say, yeah, that was another one.
Malcolm in the Middle was I enjoyed that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, another thing about Married with Children, it's like these okay. A lot of people on that show, they're people you just wouldn't want to meet in real life at all. Like you would not want the Bundys to be your neighbors.
That always happened. They have people come over. They're just like, what the hell?
They're like the Addams Family. I like the Addams Family, right? And I like Married with Children.
Have you guys seen the new fucking Addams Family, the CG thing?
Unfortunately.
It's ugly.
They look atrocious, and I was just like, why? The Addams Family is such a good property.
Morticia's supposed to be hot.
Have you seen? Have you seen Gomez? Like he looks like he looks like a frog. He's got a frog face, and he's like super fat and like
just
the
ugly,
Addams Family used to is a really, really good property, and to see it turned into that is just why. Just why?
The 90s
got-
cartoon was pretty good, and I think those two movies were like, that was just the best.
One of my
Addams
favorite
Family ever
adaptations
was.
of Addams Family is the ABC Family TV series, actually. Like
When,
Yeah.
when
that was actually really good. Like late 2000s, I think.
God, I don't remember.
Like it was really good. I really enjoyed that. But yeah, the Addams Family movies, Family Reunion and stuff like that, those were really good too. But one of my favorite adaptations would have to be the ABC Family version. That worked really well.
I'm Adam's Family Reunion. I don't know what that is. I just remember the early 90s Adams Family movies with Raul Julia and Angelica Houston and Christina Ricci. That's what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
All right, like directed by Barry Sonnenfeld. Christopher Lloyd was Fester.
Yeah.
Uncle
Okay. I know who you're
Fester.
talking about. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
So for the ABC Family version, think the Munsters, but updated and
Okay.
turned into the
Just
Addams
think.
Family.
Raul Julia, one of the most epic actors of all time. I think I've only seen him in 3 movies. The 2 Addams Family movies and Street Fighter the movie. He was Bison. Most epic actors of all time. And I'll say that till the day I die, but dude, however bad the Street Fighter movie was, that movie was campy as fuck. Him as Bison, that
Yeah,
was
it was
fucking
terrible.
that was funny.
It was absolutely terrible.
That was funny.
We got way off topic. So Disney
I know.
Plus.
Like, how did we even get there? I don't know.
We started talking
Anyway.
like you mentioned HBO, HBO Max, and I'm like, yeah, but it'll have Friends.
That's right.
And then I
Yeah.
started talking about my favorite sitcoms.
God, that was
from
a
there.
weird tangent.
So-
But anyway,
Hulu,
So, yeah.
Hulu, and I mentioned Seinfeld because Hulu actually has streaming exclusivity for the Seinfeld series.
There you go.
But yeah, so Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus, $13 as compared to if you were to buy them separately. Disney Plus we know is coming at $7. Hulu with ads is $6 and ESPN Plus is $5. So that's a total of $18, which means you're saving some scratch if you combine all 3 of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
So I think that's a pretty good deal.
we're guessing that it's the Hulu with ads version that's in the bundle. I can imagine them probably offering like a bundle plus with the ads free version,
Of course.
like for a couple dollars more.
Probably
So
like $15 ish
Yeah.
or something.
that's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah.
My question though is Disney Plus going to have ads?
I was wondering the same thing because Hulu does, so will everything else. I don't know.
That's something we'll have to wait to see. Hopefully not, but